I mean, everyone has that one thing that they just hate. Could be anything really, spiders, politics, but for me, it's small talk. I hate it, it's just so awkward. People never know when they're gonna hit a topic that you just really don't want to talk about. I'm sure everyone has at least one thing that as soon as somebody brings it up, you quickly switch the topic to, so, how's the weather today? It's just so weathery. People will ask about the usual, your likes and your dislikes, where you go to school, your hobbies, your family. Your family. That's usually when I start to talk about the weather. Around 1 in 54 children are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Often left in the shadows, however, are the families and caretakers who face challenges of their own. For David, the battle between being there for his brother and the well-being of his own mental health leaves him struggling to stay afloat. Jack the Lionheart by Bobby Lebeda. You see, I always wanted a brother. And luckily for me, I was 3 when Jack was finally born. I was just so excited, to have someone to play with all the time, it was gonna be life-changing. When he was old enough to walk, I called him Jack the Lionheart. After Richard the Lionheart. Together we'd fight the dragons, save the princesses, and if we had time, conquer all of China. It was fun. Jack had normal development up until around 18 months when all of a sudden things that he could do, he just wouldn't do anymore. A few months after that, my brother was diagnosed with autism. And his case was severe. Growing up for everyone is different. Puberty was rough, but for my brother, it was especially difficult. You see, his brain just couldn't comprehend when something didn't feel right, or when he didn't get something that he wanted. This would cause him to go into fits where he would just hit and attack anyone around him. It was hard on my parents. It was fine at first, he was small, but once he grew to be 6 feet and weighed 300 pounds, it became a lot more challenging to handle. And one morning, on my birthday, actually, my mom came into my room really early and she had this sad look on her face. Well, she looked at me and she said, "David, I love you, right?" I said, "Yes, of course, I love you too, Mom." Well, she looked at me and she said, "Sometimes we have to do what's best for us. Do you understand, David?" I didn't. And I still don't. But that was the last time I ever saw my mom. I guess taking care of Jack just got to be too much for her. So she left. Good for her. Somehow, my dad stuck around, but I, of course, had to take care of Jack a lot more. At first, it was fine. I tried to teach him to talk. Yeah, I would always start with something simple. "Jack, say, I love you." he would say pizza. That was the only thing he ever said, and usually said it wrong, but I still tried. Jack, say, I love you. Jack, say, I love you. Jack, do you love me? Say, I love you. Damn it, Jack, I know somewhere in that brain of yours, you love me. Right? Jack, do you love me? It was a Wednesday afternoon. I mean, I was in a bad mood, but so was he. I walked into the house, and he hit me and then ran off screaming. I mean, I had never hit Jack. I was always good, but this was getting to be too much, you know? I mean, I was tired of hiding from him, so I walked up to him, and he hit me, and he hit me, and he hit me, and he hit me, but this is what I wanted, you know? I mean, I wanted the excuse to fight back, so I punched him, and I kicked him, and I hit him, and Jack! Do you think it's fun? I mean, having to be hit all the time, you keep hitting your own damn brother! I mean, I know, Jack, I know you don't understand, but damn it, I am your brother! Doesn't that mean anything to you? I mean, I gave up everything for you, Jack, and this is what I get in return? A house with no mother, and a father who is never here, and it is all because of you! You know, every time that my brother would get violent, he would always do the one thing that would convince me that he had some emotion, which he would walk up to you, and he would hold your hand to apologize. Well, he walked up to me, and he held my hand, and I just sobbed. I'm sorry, Jack. I love you. And for the first time ever, he said to me, I love you.